There's a new Waves plugin out. It's a modulation plugin called Kaleidoscopes, and it's probably the only modulation plugin that you'll ever need. It's based on some of the best classic modulation hardware effects, but Waves brings them into the modern realm by adding some innovative and exciting features. Now, I'm going to get into the classics that have inspired Kaleidoscopes and talk about the features in just a bit. I'm Zane, welcome to Simple Green Tech, where I do weekly audio tech tips, tutorials, and reviews to help you conquer the tech and unleash your creativity. Now, I've included a link down in the description to the Kaleidoscopes listing on the Waves plugin site, so you can easily hop over there, see if there's any promos on right now, and get some more information on this plugin if you need it. Now, I really want to hear what this sounds like on a couple of sources, and then I'm going to talk about the classics that inspired it and the features. So let's listen to it right now. Now let's dig into what's gone into this plugin. With Kaleidoscopes, Waves set out to build this dynamic contemporary effects ecosystem that's been inspired by some of their favorite analog and digital modulation classics from legendary eras like the 60s with the Beatles phasing and tape flanging, or the 70s stadium tremolo guitar vibes, and those chorus units from the 80s. Now let's talk about some of the specific hardware units that are being modeled in Kaleidoscopes. Then we're going to look at the modern touches that Waves brings to these classics. Modulation in modern music began with the introduction of tremolo and vibrato effects specifically designed for guitarists. With the DR-Mon 601 tremolo control from 1941, the Fender Tremolux from 1955, and the Fender Vibrolux from 1963, and these are what influenced the tremolo section of Kaleidoscopes. So let's give it a listen now. Next up is the tape machine phasing and double tracking tricks that producers from expensive studios kind of forced the evolution into standalone studio effects processors. Phaser effects like Eventide's Instant Phaser Model PS101 from 1972, MXR's Phase 90 from 1974, and MXR's Phase 100 from 1977, and they all began successfully simulating tape flanging. And these specific units are the big influences on the Kaleidoscopes plugin. Let's give them a listen. Now let's go back to the introduction of flanger and chorus effects. We have the Eventide Instant Flanger from 1976 and the Boss CE1 Chorus Ensemble, also from 1976. And these units became creatively useful for a wide variety of things, from creating dreamy effects and simulating wide stereo images. They also give you the ability for unlimited track enhancements as needed. And those two hardware effects are what Waves really modeled in Kaleidoscopes for the chorus and the flange effects. So let's give them a listen now. Now let's look at the modern touches that have been added to Kaleidoscopes. It features a dual cascade engine, so you can cascade the effects into one another for richer effects, and you can switch this off by using the serial or parallel button in the middle here. Set it to serial and the effects cascade from Effect 1 into Effect 2. Turn it to parallel and each effect is processed separately. You can choose the modulation shape with the drop-down menu here, allowing you to really dial in some unique sounds. It also has an intelligent triggering / sidechaining system that adapts the effects to your source input, and this is pretty interesting as usually sidechain is for compression, but it could actually be pretty cool on modulation effects too. Apparently, Dweezil Zappa was instrumental in developing the trigger section of Kaleidoscopes. Dweezil is the son of Frank Zappa, who invented the Dynaflanger, which uses dynamics to affect the Dynaflanger's effect. So this is really cool, and I want to check out the sidechaining right now, so let's test it out. This is probably the only modulation plugin that you'll ever need. It has all your bases covered, and it can create some new and inventive sounds that can help you stand apart in the crowd. If you want to check out even more Waves plugin reviews, click up here, or click down here to see what YouTube recommends. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching for Simple Green Tech. I'm Zane, keep creating, and we'll talk soon.